In 1014 AD, a thousand-year war erupted between the Kree and the Nova Empire, an intergalactic hegemony of races that rule a large portion of the galaxy. In 1197, an Asgardian berserker warrior abandoned his homeworld to settle on Earth, breaking his staff into 3 pieces, hiding the first in a monastery in Ireland, the second in a tree at Trilmarca National Park, Norway, and the third under a church in Seville, Spain. For years, the Space Stone, also known as the Tesseract, was kept under Asgardian protection, hidden away in Odin's vault. But in 1409 AD, the Allfather removed the powerful artifact, taking it to Earth where it was placed within a church in Tonsberg, Norway. In 1413, a rogue Asgardian sorceress named Lorelei, with the power to manipulate others with her voice, attempted to enslave the populations of the 9 realms. However, she was defeated by the Asgardian warrior Sif, companion of Thor, and imprisoned on Asgard. In 1546, the former Asgardian berserker, now living on Earth under the name Elliot, confessed the truth of his background to a French girl, whose brother then wrote it into a story titled The Warrior Who Stayed. In 1901, the Council of Nine, a secretive group of wealthy businessmen, arranged the assassination of United States President William McKinley. In 1906, the Arena Club was founded in Los Angeles, California, as a private club for affluent white males and would serve as a meeting place for the Council of Nine. In 1918, just a few months before the end of the First World War, Joseph Rogers, father of Steve Rogers, was killed in a mustard gas attack, creating an image of heroism and sacrifice that would greatly influence his son in the future. In 1929, Thomas Gloucester, a member of the Council of Nine, orchestrated the Wall Street crash that would lead America into an economic depression. In 1930, the brilliant German scientist Abraham Erskine began his research into creating a super soldier serum that would turn an ordinary man into an extraordinary warrior. In 1934, the Berlin-born physicist Johann Schmidt, an ambitious member of the ancient cult of Hydra, met the leader of Germany, Adolf Hitler, and Ernst Kaufmann, head of the Special Weapons Division. Schmidt appealed to Hitler's sensibilities for mysticism and mythos, revealing his theory that the Asgardians of Norse legend and their wondrous magic could in fact be real. And while Hitler was intrigued by the possibility, Kaufmann was outraged, rejecting Schmidt and his ideas outright when they were left alone. Heinrich Himmler, however, overheard their conversation and took Schmidt into his service, assigning him to the SS. Schmidt then went on to arrange the death of Ernst Kaufmann, taking over the Special Weapons Division and creating his own research program he named Hydra. The following year, as Hitler's Germany became increasingly oppressive, Abraham Erskine attempted to flee to Switzerland, but was captured and forced to continue his work on the super soldier serum for Hydra and Johann Schmidt. In 1936, Sarah Rogers died of tuberculosis, leaving 18-year-old Steve Rogers on his own. However, his best friend Bucky Barnes consoled him during this time, telling him that they would be friends till the end, a sentiment which deeply touched young Steve and would help to create a deep bond of loyalty between them. In 1939, Howard Stark founded Stark Industries, serving as a vital weapons contractor for the Allies during the Second World War. In 1940, an impatient Johann Schmidt consumed the incomplete super soldier serum, which turned his skin red and disfigured his face, but also made him stronger and faster than ever before, taking on the name of Red Skull. In the same year, the British secret intelligence agent Peggy Carter infiltrated a Hydra facility and rescued Abraham Erskine, bringing him to work for the Allies. In 1941, Steve Rogers was rejected from serving in the armed forces due to various health concerns, while his best friend Bucky Barnes was accepted, shipping off to war. In 1942, Red Skull led Hydra soldiers into Tonsberg, Norway, having learned from his studies of Norse mythology that the powerful Tesseract was hidden away within a church, killing its protectors and stealing the artifact for himself. In 1943, as the American government sought new technologies to fight against the Axis powers, Abraham Erskine at last completed his super soldier serum, using the first dose on Steve Rogers, a small and sickly young man who volunteered because he so badly wanted to serve his country, but was rejected from regular military service. Yet while his body was weak, he was brave and selfless, once throwing himself on a grenade to save his fellow recruits, only to find out the grenade was not active. The serum caused him a great deal of physical pain, but when the process completed, he was transformed into a tall, well-built super soldier with strength and speed far beyond normal human capabilities. And while his invention was a success, Abraham Erskine would not celebrate his achievement for long, as a Hydra spy had been present to witness the transformation and went on to murder the scientist before escaping with the last of the serum. Steve Rogers then used his new abilities to pursue the man, who killed himself rather than surrender. Unfortunately, the last of the serum was destroyed during the chase, and with its creator dead, Steve Rogers would be the only super soldier produced. Although Captain America, as he became known, was a useful propaganda tool for the Allies in raising funds to fight the war, he eventually saw active combat when he learned his old friend Bucky was trapped behind enemy lines. With the help of Peggy Carter and Howard Stark, he then invaded a Hydra facility in Italy, rescuing Bucky and a number of Allied soldiers, some of whom became the Howling Commandos, a special unit of soldiers serving with Captain America in his mission to destroy all Hydra facilities in Europe. However, it would be during one of these missions in 1945 that Bucky Barnes would fall from a train high in the mountains and was presumed dead, though he was later found by Hydra and kept alive as their prisoner. Captain America then went on to confront Red Skull aboard the Valkyrie, and the Hydra leader was at last defeated when he attempted to hold the powerful Tesseract in his hand, which unknowingly activated a portal, transporting him across the galaxy. The Space Stone would then burn through the floor of the plane, landing in the ocean where it would remain hidden for many years. Realizing that the Valkyrie was on its way to launch a devastating attack against the United States, Captain America chose to sacrifice himself, crashing the plane off the coast of Greenland. And while Howard Stark led an extensive search to find him, he was soon presumed dead. A special thanks to all those who have contributed to Civilization X. You make these videos possible, and I am eternally grateful for your support. If you would like to help Civilization X and want a say in the future content of this channel, click on the Patreon link in the description box below and pledge any amount you'd like on a monthly basis. Or if you would prefer to make a single donation, you can use the PayPal link, also in the description below. And please be sure to like and subscribe and click on the links to see more.